Alright, what's up, Steph, Thomas, and Chris, and possibly Will if he watches this? Me and Will just crushed two teams twice in a row, and I just want to show you like the strategy I used. Here, let me move this little box just so it doesn't block my like unit count. I can move this one too. I'll just delete this one. Alright, there we go. This should be a lot better. So I'm gonna watch the replay, and I'm going to show you guys what I did to get a massive force up and just crush this enemy team. Me and Will work together pretty damn well here. I'll try to break it down simply. This is like my first time watching the replay, but we had one game where we destroyed them, but I thought I could do it quicker and more efficiently. I'll show both. It should be relatively quick. Okay, so game starts. Everyone has same amount of resources based off of thing. We're reversing a French and an English here. So right off the bat, we know that the French guy is probably going to do what we do. He's going to rush us. You want to know what the enemy is playing. And the English guy, he's really good at archers, which isn't good against horses. So, we're kind of in a good start. So right in the beginning, you can see I got my 6 villagers. I got my sheep. That's automatic for every race. Town center. I look for where my gold mine is and my wood line. Gold mine is very important. Wood line is very important. That's like an instantaneous, once the game starts, I'm there. Alright, now if we go look at our enemies, we have English down here, who me and Will have discussed is going to be our primary target, the guy we're just going to slap in the face right off the bat. Somehow, Will, within 5 seconds, had all of his fucking food used. He's probably creating villagers. Where is he? Here he is. Yep, he's got all his villagers procced. That's the first thing. You want to proc all those villagers, get them in production. Alright, so I was a little delayed. I was looking at my phone, but here I am. I got my villagers coming up. All these guys target the sheep. This is very important. With the scout, you're always going to have like 2 sheep around your town center. I grab them first, and I drop them off. That's to give me a little more time to scout the map and find the enemy. And I won't need to start building farms or build a mill on these berry bushes. Alright, let's fast forward. So I'm also producing 4 villagers to go into the gold mine. I messed up here, I know I did. And at the same time, I have procced this guy to be, every time I press number 1 it goes to him, and I just have him running around the map. I'm looking at him periodically, looking for sheep. There was not a lot of sheep on this map. Alright, so I have that guy going to the landmine. I'll speed it up. No, not landmine, gold mine. Second villager on the gold mine. Now I have 10 out of 10. Third guy is going to build this house. So he's building the house. They're on the gold mine. My scout's running around, snatching up some sheep. You can see the enemy doing the same thing. He's scouting me. He's got his people on gold. Little weird build over here, but he was doing pretty good. Let's go to player score so we can see who's in lead. He's in the lead right now, but he just must have been faster in this 1 minute. But it didn't matter because we fucked them up. Alright, so I'm still scouting. I got 4 villagers on gold, 6 on food. I'm not making any more. I can make more, but I want to hit age 2, and I want to hit age 2 first. I'm even doing it faster than Will, because Will's building a mill over here. He kind of was forced to, because he didn't have enough sheep. He didn't grab his starter sheep like I did and run them to his town center. See, yours going to start with like 3 sheep within the area. Alright. So now I can build level 2. I send the 4 people on gold. No one's on gold right now. They're all on building this age 2. Where's my scout? My scout, I've found more sheep, and I wanted to see what was in this back corner, because my thought was I'm going to build a little base back here. They would never look here unless they knew they were coming from behind them, and I could just pump out units behind their bases and slap them. We never got to that point, though. So my scout's scouting. These people are building. I sent one villager to go start building stables over there, but he got pushed back by their scout. So I had to change my plan. I went back. I tried it again. He eventually gets killed. He doesn't do anything. My scout, I found both enemy bases. Will found this guy as well, but I just wanted to get a good look. And what you're looking for when you scout is, are they doing stone? So most of the time, especially at the point we're at right now where people are hitting feudal, they're going to start targeting stone if they're building a second town center. A second town center is a huge buff to your economy, but it slows you down from getting units out. So if you see a guy doing stone, that's the one who tell everyone on the team, be like, let's go fuck that guy up. He's going to be slower than everybody else. We're going to ruin his fucking life. Alright. So yeah, I'm scouting and running around. Age 2, I need wood because I'm going to need to build houses. I'm planning on mass producing knights. Like, the classic night rush. I had built other villagers when I was getting that food cap up, when I was still gathering food while I was building this, because I just need more villagers. I need, you need more villagers for those resources. I did not build a knight right away. That was something that Will's possibly doing. See, I already have H2 up. Will's a little behind. This guy's very behind. This guy's maybe 30 seconds behind me, but he's behind me. You can even look at the player's score. I am there first. That is the fastest way that I know of getting to H2. Alright. So I'm still producing villagers. It's like a steady inflow of villagers. And now I'm building a mill because, see, my guys, I ran out of sheep. I kind of fucked up. I got my scout running over here. Finally, I looked back and saw that I was running out of sheep. So I was like, okay, he's got to tail it back to the base so I can keep that food income up. But I also was targeting the berries. Still producing villagers. Not thinking about a knight. I have 15. This guy has 15, and he's in first place now. Will's got 19, which is good, but that's why he's behind on the town center, is because he built too many villagers. He didn't take that pause and just let the resources pile up. This guy's got 18. He's around the same spot as Will. But they're not on anything, which is weird. And that's why he got fucked up. Alright, so I got 3 on wood, 6 on food, 4 on gold. The gold is important, and so is the food. Those are the 2 most important, but I also needed wood because I need to build houses. Alright, so let's fast forward. The Russian guy is taking the lead. I'm falling behind a little bit, but it's alright because I have a plan. Still producing villagers. I have 17 villagers right now. 8 on food, 4 on gold, 4 on wood. Now, the main goal right here is I need food so I can keep making villagers. Alright, let this play. Alright, so I got up to 18. I'm like, I need to build another house. I'm not going to take anyone off of food or gold. I'm going to take them off the wood. And that's the main reason for the wood right now, is I need fucking houses. Alright, Will's taking the lead. And that's probably because he has knights out. So while he does have a unit out, I know that Will was going to pressure the hell out of them. You always can count on Will for just pressuring the shit out of the person right off the bat, forcing them to focus a weak military, a feudal age military, which is, everyone has a weak one when it comes to versing the French. This guy has not put out any horses. Will already has a horse running across the map to go slap a villager in the mouth. Now he has 2. So that's why Will's taking the lead. What I did was I built that second house, but I also built another stable. Now I have 11 on food, 8 on gold. I might have the most on food. No, this guy does. And so does Will. Alright. But I have 2 unit producing buildings, a good thing of gold, and I'm moving quick. Keep spamming out villagers, going to food. I want them all on food. See, now I'm up to 14. I start pumping out knights from my 2 buildings. Since I have 2, I'm going to have a bigger army. Right now I have 3 knights. Will was just over here a second ago harassing the hell out of this guy with just a single unit. Just 2 units. He's just like slapping this guy, making the guy on his toes. The guy has to react. He's going to slow down. Alright, So, but me, I have my 2 stables, and now with this income of 17 on food, yeah, I have more food than anybody else because I did not stop making villagers. Oh, right now it says 8 because I ran out of berry bushes. I didn't realize that. So I eventually throw them all on there on the sheep, back to 17, 4, and 8. And now I have more military than anyone else in the game because my food income is massive. My gold income is pretty good. And wood, it doesn't really matter. I'm just using the wood to build more stables and more houses. It's just about getting those units on the field. I'm building another stable with a person from wood. I had put 1 additional on wood to have 5. And it's just because you want multiple buildings, of course, because you instead of 1 unit at a time, say like in Will's base, he's making 1 knight at a time. I'm making 3 at a time. So my army explodes. And you'll see that. So I have 3 up. I built 2 houses because now I know I'm going to bulk up. Alright, I had 9 horses off the bat. Will was already slapping this guy around, forcing him to build a military quick, and won against horses. So I'm like, I got to get over there, help Will out. He's got 3 knights. I've got 9. So, let's see. Coming across the field. And while I'm sending them, I'm not watching them. I'm building more knights. I'm building farms from the wood, making sure that I have a sustainable food. And I built another mill next to another berry bush. So when all these sheep disappear, which they eventually do, I'm able to still have a food income without having to build farms because my wood is very weak. Alright, so now I have 9 horses over there. 9 right here. 5 in my base. This guy attacks me with a unit size that very similar to Will. They were like, let me see. Yeah, they were right on top of each other in unit score. He was doing the same thing. Thought if I had 9 here, I would have none here. But since I strategically built 3 stables and a crazy food income and gold, I'm ready to fuck him up. When I saw the knights, I pulled my people away from the wood because every villager that dies is massive. Alright, so I chase him away, and then I'm like, fuck him, I don't care. Me and Will, targeting economy. That's all I care about is their economy. I'm just fucking up their economy. We killed like 10 villagers, burning down houses, and I'll show you why. Let's see if this actually worked. This guy has 50, so he has 5 houses. Now we can only build 40 people. Because we just took out. He's already at 30. So now we're stopping him from making military. He has so many villagers, not a lot of military. So if we knock down that he could only make 10 military instead of 30, that's huge. Burn down the houses. Anytime guys come out, I focus them. At the same time, like I said, my berry bushes ran out over here. I sent more people to that berry bush thing, and I'm building consistent farms. I don't think I ever built past 3 stables. But look, now how many knights is this? I have 10 knights over here, 9 knights over here. If we go to military, this guy's Will's leading with the kills. But it's because he got that early slap on them. He had built more stables, which is good because now he's going to start doing what I'm doing. This guy, the one we're fucking up, go for the food and gold. This guy has no one on food and no one on gold. He can't even make. He can make 1 villager, and he can't even reproduce the gold because they're all fucking dead. He would have to send his people off wood. So just this point, this guy's crippled. The game's over. The French guy, who should have been helping him, is trying to build up a force. He's building all these farms. This should never be what your screen looks like. He waited way too long to build these farms. He waited for like the last minute and then just farm dumped. That's terrible. You want them consistently being made and manned immediately. Now there's only 2 more minutes left in this game, so I'm going to do it in real time. Me and Will, I'm focusing on them, but I'm constantly going back to my base, making sure that my villagers are always doing something. See, I have this one idle guy. That's a mistake on my part. But I'm also trying to manage a fight. I'm destroying his military producing buildings. This guy still has no food. He can't even make units. French guy, once I saw this, The French guy was in in this base to defend me and Will from just absolutely fucking this guy. I was like, bet. I got 13 horses back here. His base, I knew if he had this many horses here, is most likely empty. He might have resources. He definitely has resources. But he can, what, is he going to produce 4 horses at a time for my 12? I'll fuck him up. Alright, so me and Will, this guy's crippled. This guy is beyond crippled. He's never coming back. Like, it would take him forever to come back. French guy's hitting my horses. I'm like, oh, fuck this building. I'm going to get them to chase me. That was the whole goal, is I wanted them to chase me. They're still targeting Will. I go back to kite them towards me while sending my 13 horses to his base. He has no idea this attack is coming towards him. I am just trying to stop this force from going back to the base that he wants to defend. For some reason, I don't know. Oh, he's chasing Will's guy. That's why he was running back. I was trying to get his attention. Alright. While he does that, I'm just terrorizing this guy some more. And I keep watching these horses. It's all about separate attacks. You want to hit them from like 5 different angles. And I have more horses being produced in my base. Very small force. Alright, still terrorizing. He can't even rebuild. Here come that French army. I was so happy when I saw this because now that they're back here, they killed Will's one knight over here. I was like, alright, I can get them to run at least over here. And that's so far away from their base, and he doesn't even know yet, because I haven't hit anything, that I have 13 horses in his base. So, look what I do. I ran into his base, and I'll show you what I can see. I see villagers here, and I see that the tree line is eroded away. I'm like, he's got to have a shit ton of villagers in this square. I have 13 horses. What do 13 horses like to do? Like to fuck up villagers. And his army, the only thing he has is chasing a pointless squad of 4 fucking horses. Alright, so then, yep, I turn in on his villagers. When his teammate saw this, he quits. He quits so fucking fast. Now he's running around, but he was chasing my horses from back here to go stop me from doing what I'm doing over here, which is slapping villagers around. I took away all of his food and all his wood, which isn't strong, but I made him distracted. He can't defend his friend anymore. Russian guy quits because he has nothing, and we're just terrorizing him, and now I'm terrorizing his friend. And he quits. Alright. That's a quick one. Now, I know that nobody likes watching other people play games. I will show you the one before that, which was a little more drawn out. They had a little bit of a better response to us. But me and Will still crushed them. Absolutely annihilated. And this is, if that initial horse attack doesn't work, this works really well in the feudal age. This is all about a feudal age win. This is an early win. We're not going for the late game. We're all terrible at the late game. We always get fucked up late game. But I was watching a bunch of replays. If we focus on the early game, we destroy. So same thing. People on gold, food. I only build as I did last time. It stays the same. My beginning is always the same. Those sheep went to the base. I stopped building villagers once I have the additional 4. So it's 6 and 4. Fastest way to feudal. I'm always the first one there. Chris, you might beat me. But that's because Rus have stupid Rus magic. Alright. So, 6-4. I'm scouting with my dude, and I have just hit sheep jackpot. Doesn't happen every game, but that's very important, because you'll see. I'm going to fly through this one, because it's a 30-minute game. I build my level 2. I didn't do this one as good, but there's something I want to show you guys and why this worked. Always just target one guy and slap him. But if we're doing a 3v3, the third person can go to the opposing team, another player, and just start slapping villagers if those players are helping defend against two others. Or in a 4v4, two people can go just attack another player who is trying to help defend. I would recommend, say this is one player right here. He's on this end, and there's 1, 2, 3 others. You would want to hit both ends, because if they were defending this one, this guy's going to have the least, it's going to be the most amount of time between you can come back and fight. Alright, so let's just fly through this. I am still scouting. I went back to scout and see the first thing I ran past, I saw his stone. I wanted to know, is this person building a second town center? Because if he was, he would be the primary target, and this guy wouldn't. So I loop around him far and wide to go see if this guy's mining stone. Because once again, if who's ever building that second town center is going to be your easiest target. They're going to be way behind on military. This guy forced military early because Will likes to make them force military early. Or he just knew that French are at your back door immediately. So yep, I ran my scout around his stone right there. We're not going to talk about my base too much because I did that in the beginning of the last one and it was just a lot better of a build order. So I'd recommend going off that one, not this one. Alright, but one thing that was big here, and this works really well. Alright, so they're producing troops, I'm producing knights finally. Where's Will? Is Will... Oh, me and Will also over here, we were terrorizing this... See this wood area? This had... I can't rewind, which I regret that I was going so fast. All his villagers were piled in right here. What's this guy's name? Bubble Rainbow? No. Yeah, Bubble Rainbow. His villagers were right here. And on gold. Me and Will fucked those villagers up. He's not getting gold or wood. All he's getting is food. Food is great, but like we have made all of his villagers fucking panic. And once your plan gets thrown into the fucking air like that, it's hard to come back. Alright. So, building a bunch of knights. Building my farms. You see, I don't have that massive production like the other guy had. I'm just building them as I can while I'm still doing the sheep. I'll just take a guy off the sheep and do it. Now, earlier, I didn't show it, but I had sent a villager over here. He died to a wolf. Oh, not yet. He eventually dies to a wolf. To build a stable. I'm building a stable here, 2 feet away from this guy's base, because when I make units, I just want them to constantly be slapping my dick into this guy's face. Will's pretty close. He doesn't have to do that. He's got 3 stables. He was ahead of me in this one. Definitely in the build. Alright, so, yep, I blew up the gold mine. So now even if he wanted to do it, he would have to build it. And that takes time. And time is winning. I build up in here. We're not going to focus on that. Let me just show you the unit count. 45 out of 50. I'm building the houses as I need them. I'm not building a million right off the bat. You just build them as you need them. Alright. This guy had a good defense. Are they both here? Yeah, they're both here defending. So I built an archery range. And this is what I want to focus on here in this game clip. I built an archery range and 4 archers. What I'm going to do with those archers, not here, this was stupid. I shouldn't have even gone in. I just wanted to attack with Will one more time, but I should have waited because I knew I'd get obliterated. So look, I'm building my army here. I'm not even building them in my base now. I'm doing it here. The archers are good against spearmen. I start mass producing these. I have 23 people on wood because I knew I needed to build these. If you're going to build these, you need a lot of people on wood. They're 300 wood each. What these are good at, so if we click the knight does 30 damage, has an attack speed of 0.4 seconds. That's really good for units. They have good armor. They have good health. This, though, 200 damage against buildings, 700 health, and 30 armor against ranged. That's amazing. So I built 3 of them, and I'm like, I tell Will, where's Will? I'm like, Will, send in your attack, distract them. Because all I need is time with these units. So I need Will to turn up, come in here, get these people to go to him, so that I can knock down some fucking walls. I have another one over here that was a mistake, but it eventually gets built. See, my units don't matter. It's okay that they got crushed. They didn't get baited by Will. I took down an infantry producing building. Not just any. I wouldn't have gone for the archery. I took down the one that kills horses. At the same time, building up my army over here. And I'm going to start producing these again because my wood income is retarded with 24 people on wood. The guy starts trying to wall. He can't do it because Will keeps slapping him in the face with his fucking units. At this point, me and Will were getting a little nervous because I was taking a while. Will was ready to go in and fight, but I needed to build these up. If we had if the third player in the team had a shit ton of these and me and Will did the horses like I did in the prior game, we just roll through a base. So look, I built all those, and now I tell Will go in. Will has already, I'm about to come in, rush them. He's going to distract. This isn't the unit force that's going to kill them. This is going to hurt, but it's not going to kill them. It's these. Because these will take down buildings. And this guy is, he's kind of, wait, is it Sonder Boy? No, not Sonder Boy. Look at this. Look at my thing, 15-23-7. Look at Will's, 18-5-10. Sonder Boy, 11-12-8-4. We left him alone. We were letting him just fucking build up, because if we knock this guy out, then it's a 1v2, and the guy's not going to win against 400 troops. It's only 200. So, if you look at those unit counts, this guy 3-10. 0 on gold. He hadn't gotten gold since 5 minutes in the game because me and Will just were right here in his face. Cut off his gold supply. Cut off his wood. He had wood though from having so many people on wood. And he's desperately trying to get food back running. And let's slow this down because we're nearing the end. Knocking down his only way of making more villagers. At this point, this guy has to be completely panicking. Will's horses are slapping this building. All these battering rams are slapping this building. He's targeting them, but he can't even choose a target because the horses are equally as good a target at this point. I destroy his archery building because I'm tired of his fucking units. Destroy this other house. He's down. He is 11 out of 30. He can't even build a force to combat us. I'm at 56 out of 80. Will's at 45 out of 70. 82 out of 100 on this guy. And he's at 11 out of 30. He's got nothing. He has to build so many houses. It's going to take so much time. And me and Will aren't going to stop. So what's he do? Now that I'm hitting his building with my rams, and I've got more army building, and I'm just sending them in because I wanted this to be a kill shot, he quits. Right? Where does he quit? I destroyed another house, I believe. Oh, no, he didn't quit yet. But I'm going to do the same exact attack, and what's he going to do? He has 11 out of 30 people. He has no buildings. Where's his 10 people on wood? I'm actually... This is it, guys. This is it. This is all he has. They're not even near his base. He can't... What's he going to build? What's he going to build? His resource collection's over here. He really fucked up. Because he's just trying to stop them from being killed by Will's horses. His resources for food and gold are over here. And we're eating it. All he has is this. And we will recognize that. So, we capitalized. I built more rams. I have a lot of 15-23-7. I have a lot of villagers. I'm building more buildings over here. I'm building a tower just in case his friend tries to slap this thing. 6 horses, 4 more rams. I'm going to build 2 more on the outside just in case. Take out his houses. Now, if we go to him, 13 out of 30. He built another house, but it didn't matter. He quits. The other guy quit immediately too. That's how you win this game, guys. That's how you fucking win early. If you want to feudal crush someone, that's how you do it. So, yeah, just rewind, watch the beginning to see how I did the build order to get there the fastest, and watch a second one to see if you, that's a more effective at taking out buildings. The other one's good for the infantry and the villagers, but this was way better at the buildings. So,